So, good morning, and again, welcome to my class. And let us read the story Jody's Fawn. We already read in part 1 how the boy feels very sympathetic, very kind towards the deer and its young one. How he convinces his mother and father to bring the youth, the young kid, Fawn, the young one of the deer which they killed at home, and to look after and breed it. So Jody and Melville has gone in search of the fawn. So Jody gave himself over to thoughts of the fawn. On the horseback, Jody started thinking of the young deer. They passed the abandoned clearing. They passed the place which was not inhabited, that was cleared, open. He said, "Cut to the north, Melville. Turn to the north. It was up here that Pa got bitten by the snake and killed the doe, and I saw the fawn. It is the place where Papa got bitten by the snake and Papa killed the deer, and I saw the young deer here only." Suddenly, Jody was unwilling to have Melville with him. Suddenly, he felt to live alone. He wanted to remain alone there. He did not want to be in the company of Melville. If the fawn was dead or could not be found, he could not have his disappointment seen. Because if they found the young deer dead, or if they could not find it, no doubt he will be very disappointed, very nervous, and he did not want his nervousness to be seen by Melville. And if the fawn was there, and if they would be able to find the young deer, the meeting would be so lovely and so secret that he could not endure to share it. And he thought, if he happened to find the young deer there, the meeting would be so lovely, so emotional, so secret, that he would not tolerate to share his joy with someone else. He said, "It's not far now, but the scrub is very thick for a horse. I can make it on foot." So, thinking to leave Melville there, he said, "It's not far now. It's not at a distance now. And the scrubs, the bushes are very thick for the horse to move further. So let me go on foot. Let me go on foot to find out the young deer. But I am afraid to leave you, boy. Suppose you got lost or got bitten by the snake too." But Melville said, "I am afraid to leave you alone. It may be you may also be bitten by a snake, or you may lose way in the forest." "I'll take care," the boy said. "I'll take care of myself. It might take me a long time to find the fawn. It might take me hours to find the young deer. If he has wandered, if he has lost his way and gone here and there, leave me off right here. It's better, leave me at this place, and from now onwards I can go on foot." "All right, okay, but you take it easy now. You know, north here and east." Melville tried to make him understand the directions. He said, "You know, this is north and this is east. So be comfortable. There and there, that tall pine makes a bearing. There and there, there you can see That tall pine makes a beauty. That tall pine tree can be taken as a landmark, and from there you can identify the directions all around. So long, Melville, I am obliged. The boy said, so long, Melville, I am grateful. He waited for the sound of the hoofs to end. The boy standing there, he waited for the horse sounds to going away, then cut to the right, then moved to the right direction. The scrub was still. There was silence all around. Only his own cracking of twigs sounded across the silence. Only his movement through the bushes made the noise of cracking of the branches of those scrubs. He wondered for an instant if he had mistaken his direction. For a moment he thought, what would happen if he would lose his direction? He would mistake the directions. Then a buzzard rose in front of him and flapped into the air. Then a big bird, like a vulture, rose in front of him and flapped into the air, flapped its wings and flew in the air. He came into the clearing under the oaks. After the bushes, he came in the clear place under the oak trees. Buzzards sat in a circle around the carcass of the doe. These buzzards were sitting in a circle around the dead body of the deer which his father has killed. They turned their heads on their long, scrawny necks and hissed at him. The buzzards, turned their heads towards him, towards the boy, and hissed at the boy. They were trying to terrify the boy. He threw his bow at them and they flew into an adjacent tree. He threw his bow at them and made the buzzards flew away, and they sat on the nearby tree. The sand showed large cat prints. He could see the footprints of a large cat, but the big cats killed fresh, and they had left the doe to the carrion woods. Big cats like lions, they always kill fresh and eat fresh, so they have left the dead body for the birds to eat. Carrion birds, the birds that feed themselves on the dead. He parted the grass at the place where he had seen the fawn. He parted the grass at the place where he had seen the young deer. It did not seem possible that it was only yesterday. The fawn was not there. He circled the clearing. He circled the whole clearing in search of the young deer. There was no sound, no sign of the young deer. The buzzards clacked their wings, impatient to return to their business. The buzzards were flapping their wings and making noise. They were eager to return to the dead body of the dead deer and eat it. He returned to the spot where the fawn had emerged. So he returned to the place where he had seen the young kid come out and fall on all four legs, studying the sand for the small hoof prints. He was trying to recognize the hoof prints of the young deer. The night's rain had washed away all tracks except those of cat and buzzards. But the rain during the night has washed away all the tracks, all the signs, except those of the big cats and that of buzzards. There was no other signs. This way the boy was in search of the young deer, and let us see in the next part if he would be able to find the young deer or not.